Today, I'm diving deep into the question of whether God really forgives the worst of sinners, and I'm going to share stories from the Bible. The concept of forgiveness from a divine perspective is a powerful and transformative idea that resonates across various religions and cultures. It's a universal longing to be forgiven, to let go of guilt and shame, and to experience redemption. Forgiveness has the power to heal emotional wounds, to free us from the weight of our mistakes, and to bring us closer to a sense of peace and inner harmony. Many of us struggle with the idea that some sins are too great to be forgiven. We may have experienced trauma, hurt others, or made choices that we deeply regret. The fear that our actions are unforgivable can lead to feelings of despair, anxiety, and spiritual disconnection. This perception can be especially painful for those who feel like they've hit rock bottom and wonder if they can ever find their way back. The weight of unrepentant sin can bear down on us, making it hard to imagine a way out. We might feel like we're drowning in our own guilt, with no lifeline in sight. This is where the myth that some sins are unforgivable can be particularly damaging, as it can lead us to believe that we're beyond redemption. But what if this just isn't true? The common perception that some sins are too great to be forgiven can also lead to a sense of spiritual paralysis. We might feel like we're stuck in our mistakes, unable to move forward or find a way out. But what if forgiveness is more accessible than we think? What if it's not just a distant dream, but a tangible reality that's available to us right now? The Bible is full of stories that illustrate God's willingness to forgive even the worst sinners. Take the story of the prodigal son, in Luke 15, who squandered his inheritance and ended up in a pigsty, only to be welcomed back by his loving father with open arms. Or consider the conversion of Saul to Paul, a former persecutor of Christians who became one of the most influential apostles in history. These stories show us that no one is beyond forgiveness, and that redemption is possible for all. The story of the prodigal son is a powerful example of God's boundless love and forgiveness. Despite his reckless behavior, the son is welcomed back home with love and compassion. This story teaches us that no matter how far we've strayed, we can always come back to a place of forgiveness and new beginnings. The conversion of Saul to Paul is another remarkable example of God's forgiveness. Saul was a zealous persecutor of Christians, but in a dramatic encounter with God, he was transformed into a passionate follower of Jesus. This story shows us that even the most hardened hearts can be changed, and that forgiveness can lead to a life of purpose and meaning. The teachings of Jesus also emphasize God's willingness to forgive. Jesus said, "Whoever comes to me I will never drive away," and for God did not send his Son into the world to condemn the world, but to save the world through him. These words offer a message of hope and redemption, reminding us that forgiveness is always available. Many people have experienced profound forgiveness in their own lives, and their testimonies are a powerful reminder of God's boundless grace. One such person is Corrie, a Dutch Christian who forgave a Nazi guard who had brutally treated her during World War II. Her story is a remarkable example of the transformative power of forgiveness, and a testament to the fact that no one is beyond redemption. In the face of such powerful stories and teachings, it's clear that God's forgiveness is not limited by our mistakes or failures. His love and mercy are boundless, and his desire is to heal and restore us, not to condemn us. To sum it up, we've explored the idea that God really does forgive the worst of sinners, and that no one is beyond redemption. We've seen that forgiveness is a universal longing, and that it's available to us through a loving and merciful God. If you've been impacted by this topic, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think about God's forgiveness? Have you experienced it in your own life? Share your stories, and let's continue the conversation. Don't forget to check out my other videos on related topics, and thanks for watching.